And what's up, Pete Seekers? My name is Joe Otis from joeslit.com, and welcome to this week's edition of Lit Picks. It is week 11 of the NFL season. It's going by so fast. And when February comes around, we're not going to know what to do with ourselves. So let's enjoy it while we can. We got Thanksgiving coming up, a lot of turkey going in my belly. We got a lot of the holiday season coming. We got the winter time coming. Let's get under the covers and enjoy a lot of football action, baby. I'm psyched. I got some Lit Picks coming your way. But more importantly, I'm going to bring my co-host in, the one, the only, Mike Costello. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing great. I believe I won last week. I think I won pretty good. I should have done a good job. I mean, I won all the games from 4 and on, so pretty proud of that. And
yeah, congratulations.
You're a turkey guy, huh?
Turkey, yeah. Turkey, ham. I love all the meats.
Yeah, I would much prefer ham. I'm going to be a biscuit guy. I'll probably eat a lot of those for Thanksgiving, but I'm not a big stuff. I don't like the meal really. I'll destroy the pumpkin pie at the end, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of the meal. I don't know.
You know what else I also love? The mules.
The what?
The mules.
I don't know what that is. Am I supposed to know?
The drink I had at my wedding.
Oh, I don't know.
I love it.
I just remember, I don't know. I was worried about my shoe.
Your shoe fell off. That was a very, very,
I was worried
very
about my shoe
situation. Beard season. Yeah, it's my Santa Claus beard season.
I'm gonna shave this weekend. Not get a haircut.
Folks, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Let's go over the rules again. If you pick the underdog outright, that's 3.5 points and up, you get 4 points. If you pick the underdog outright, that's 3.5 points and less, you get 3 points. If you pick the game spread or over under, you get 2 points. Picking the favorite will get you 1 point. Are you ready to get things started?
Let's go.
First game of the week is the Baltimore Ravens at the Chicago Bears team. Don't know why I wrote team in there, but I did. Coming to you live from Soldier Field, 1 o'clock, Illinois, Chicago. 45 degrees, partly cloudy. The Ravens were humiliated last Thursday night against the Dolphins in Miami, and they're going to come face the Chicago Bears team. They may want to take out their frustrations on this weak team. I think a lot of people are going to be taking the Ravens to win. I think it's going to be a decently close game, but I also think there's going to be some scoring. I like Justin Fields. I'm taking the over here, the over being 44.5, because it doesn't really seem like that many points. But then again, you look at a game like last night where it was the Falcons, and they couldn't put up anything, and the over was just 47.5, and it was the Patriots dominating the game, and there was nothing coming on from the Falcons, and that made the over not seem anywhere near being possible. That being said, I expect the Bears to put up some points. That's why I'm going with the over with them. What do you think?
Yeah, Fields has looked a lot better. I think that's a solid pick. I mean, if you look at it, Baltimore and Chicago, they used to be known for their defense, and not so much anymore. I think I just saw that Mack is opting for surgery, so he's definitely out of the game. So I think this could be good. Montgomery's back. The Bears are healthy. They just came off of a bye. So, yeah, I think that's pretty safe here. I'm going to take Chicago here. I'm going to take them getting the points here. I do think that they keep this one close. Baltimore's been kind of just up and down. You just don't know, kind of what team is going to come to play here. And I trust that Fields is there. And, like I said, if Chicago loses by a field goal, I'll cover. If they lose by 2 field goals, I cover. So I'll take the 6.5 here. I like that half a point.
Some treaties are less wordy than these rules. Question for Joe. If your opponent concedes a fantasy game to you before the game is over, should they automatically lose asking for a friend? No, you don't. You don't concede your game until the game is over. The final score is the final score. Did you do that, Mike?
I did. He also did it to me too, so it was the same thing. But going into that game, I mean, I think I was down by like 32 points, and then in the third quarter, I think I was still down by 18, and I was like, "There's no way." And Cooper Kupp caught 8 catches in.
Cooper Kupp had an amazing, but this made me laugh at this Bears offense.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp I think caught 8 catches for 60-some yards.
Ravens have had a couple bad games. I don't think they have 3 in a row.
No, I think they win this game, but I like that half a point. I'm thinking they can win by maybe 31-26, and therefore I cover. So,
all right. So next game is the San Francisco 49ers at the Jacksonville Jaguars, coming to you live from the Pool Stadium of Jacksonville, where people are going to be having a good time partying. It's going to be 67 degrees, perfect weather, but mostly cloudy though. I think the Jaguars, they have been showing signs of life. I mean, they are 2-7 right now. They have won a couple games recently. I don't really like them to win this game, but I think 7 points is a lot. I mean, the 49ers, I believe they're 4-5 right now, coming off a great win against the Rams, but I think that this will be a little hangover game for them. I think they're still going to win the game, but I think it's going to be close. I mean, it is a West Coast team going to the East Coast on the road. I'm going to take the Jaguars +7 as the home underdog. What do you think?
So it's funny you said that, because if there's one team that doesn't really get affected by the West Coast going to the East Coast, if you look back in history, it's the Niners. So I'm taking the Niners laying the points here. I know there's been a lot. They look like they're playing well. Their defense is starting to get better every single week. I know Mitchell's probably going to be out, but Wilson looked pretty good last week. So, he'll be back here. And I don't know if Hasty's playing. Is Robinson playing in this game?
I think
he was questionable. I don't know. I think he's going to give it a go. But yeah, I'm still taking the Niners here. I have confidence. I think they're playing really well here. And, so I'm taking that.
Niners are hitting their stride. This isn't close. This game feels like a trap. I'm going to take the Niners and probably lose and wonder why I fell into the trap. What's the guy's name in Star Wars that goes, it's a trap? I forget his name. Admiral. What's his name?
You're definitely asking the wrong person on that one. That's for sure.
Well, those two dorks probably know who it is.
I don't.
I'll give you an answer in a second. Our next game is the Green Bay Packers at the Minnesota Vikings. Vikings have lost a few close games there. Their record isn't who they are, I believe. I think they should have some more wins on their win-loss record there. But the Packers are the Packers. They lost a game without Aaron Rodgers. They lost that first game of the season. They have looked like winners. I mean, they won last week 17-0 over a Seahawks team. They really didn't get much done with Russell Wilson coming back. They're going to Minnesota. I think that when you look at these two teams, you have to look at the team who has the better record and who has the possibility of going farther. And I think that's going to be the Packers. I'm taking them laying the point. I can see them winning, hopefully by more than a touchdown, hopefully more than 10 points. What is your feelings in this game?
I am like. The track record for this game doesn't look good with my pick. You look at everything, it's just totally against Minnesota. They don't do well at home against the Packers. It's you look at Aaron Rodgers against the Vikings and all this and Zimmer, and it just doesn't go well. But for some reason, there's just something about it here, and I'm going to take the Vikings. Now, I don't like this line. The line is 1. It was at 2.5 before, and then it went down, and I don't understand why. Especially with some of the questionable players from Minnesota. So I don't know, but I'm just going to take them. I think the Vikings do win this game. I think the Packers are due. Their defense is playing well, but I think Dalvin Cook's going to have a big game, and that's going to be the factor there.
Let's see what our fan club has to say. That's not his name, Bob.
I don't know anything about Star Wars.
Packers defense has played really well. I like the under here.
Could be.
Packers D has really improved somehow. Yeah, it's true.
And that's without Jair Alexander, too.
Next game is the Houston Texans at the Tennessee Titans. Titans are 8-2. They have the best record in the NFL, which is shocking to me. I believe that they're the number 1 seed in the AFC, so I guess they'll be tied technically for the best record in the NFL, because I don't know how they would rank against the AFC or the AFC teams. I'm sorry, the NFC teams. Shit, that could have been bad. But I can't believe the Titans are the number 1 seed in the AFC. So, I mean, you have these two teams are divisional rivals, and I just, like I said, the Titans seem to play down the teams they're supposed to beat. So I really can't pick them to win with 10 points. 10 points is a lot with this football team. I'm taking the over 44.5. I can see the Titans at least putting up 24 points, and maybe over 24 points, and then the Titans at least, and I'm sorry, the Texans at least putting up 24. I can see like a 31-24 game here. The over seems pretty low for these two teams. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty smart. I don't think I did many over-unders. I think I only did one. But yeah, I like this coming off of, Houston's coming off of a bye. Tyrod, listen, he did not play well the last time out there. I think he's going to bounce back. He gets another week, obviously off the bye coming through here. I think they keep this game close. I think, Tennessee's 8-2. They're playing well. Don't think they're truly an 8-2 team. So I'm taking the points here. That's a lot, like you said before. I was hoping to get that half a point if I can get that 10.5, but maybe I wait till Sunday to get that half a point. But unfortunately, I'll take it right now at 10.
It is his name? Okay, well then go figure. This is a bad spot for the Titans looking ahead to the Patriots. Take Houston with points. Might be my hot dog of the week. Titans play down to their opponents. Stay away from this one. Maybe under. That's a good possibility. I agree with that. All right. Next game is.
Speaking of it, just to get there, we haven't really talked about this, but since Thanksgiving's coming up on Thursday, are we doing something Wednesday night or are we continuing on with the Friday? I haven't thought about it.
I'll do it Wednesday night. What works out best for you?
That works fine for me. So
yeah, I'll do Wednesday. What do you guys want to do in the crowd? Wednesday?
I mean, I guess that should be fine, right? I don't think anybody's going to. We're not going out to get those little mini towers anymore.
Ooh, I like it though. It's good. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's do Wednesday night. You want to do a happy hour online, or are you not going to do that?
I'm not doing that.
All right. Ooh, these guys are coming on Wednesday night as well.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, okay. All right, it's Colts and the Bills. The Bills have 2 weeks ago, they looked awful. They lost a 9-6 game to Jacksonville. Last week, they destroyed the Jets. The Jets made in mockery of my pick. I gave them plus 13. They embarrassed me. The Bills are 6-3. A lot of people picked them to be favorites in the AFC, and they're not really looking that way at this point, which is pretty funny because when you think about the beginning of the season, people like the Chiefs, they like the Browns, the Bills. And it's a lot different now when you look at the top teams in there at this moment. Colts are 5-5. They've won a few games to get the record at the 500. I think 7 points is a lot for these two teams. I think this game is going to be an under game, low scoring. I'll take the Colts plus 7. The Colts, I think they need to get a win in here. I'm not really sure they're going to pull it off, but I think 7 points should be sufficient enough to have them cover the spread. What do you think?
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, the Colts have been playing well. Wentz has been playing better. Jonathan Taylor, he's really good, but they're playing the Bills, and the Bills' run defense is very good. I mean, if you think about it, they've only been carved up once, and that was by Derrick Henry, who pretty much does that to everybody. So I don't really see – I see the Colts struggling here. I see them kind of shutting down. I don't think T.Y. is playing. I see them shutting down Pittman. I see them shutting down Taylor. And then where's it going to come to? You know, is it going to be Zach Pascal? Is it going to be Wentz? So I'm taking the Bills here, laying the points. I think that they do come through with this game. I think they play well, so I'm taking them.
Let's see what our loyal audiences have to say. Do you agree with this statement, Mike?
I kind of do, actually, yeah. I don't even drink water anymore. I forgot it.
Is it just Bob, or do the Colts have a brutal schedule?
I think they're just I don't know. Do they?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I mean, they played the Jaguars and they played the Jets last week. So how is that? I don't know how that's a brutal schedule, but Buffalo wins, but too many points to lay. Avoid with the apostrophe in all caps. What do you think of that, Mike?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's, you know, a lot of people like to say coming into the year, the Colts were good, but is Leonard playing? Darius, is he out? Because if he's out, that's a huge, huge loss by them. Yeah. I don't know. But he was hurt.
It's surprising in the day that you don't drink water.
He's listed as questionable. So,
all right,
what did I miss? Did I miss something? I was looking at something.
About you, the least surprising thing of the day is that you don't drink water.
Oh, that's all I drink.
That's all you drink? You don't drink soda anymore?
Not very often, no.
No? How about milk?
Chocolate, maybe once in a while, you know.
Do you know anybody who eats cereal without drinking milk?
Mm-mm. I actually have been doing it without it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. The pumpkin Cheerios. Pumpkin Cheerios are really good. My battery is struggling here. Hold on a second.
Hold on, folks.
All right, we're good. I don't know. My battery is done, but I plugged it in, so we're going to see what's going to happen here. But I may leave.
We need you, Mike.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Next game is the Miami Dolphins at the New York Jets. 3-7 at 2-7. MetLife Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey. I mean, if you were to ask me this question at the beginning of the season, who to pick in this situation, I would, without a doubt, I would have said the Dolphins. And it's going to be really rough, but I mean, I got to take the Dolphins laying 3.5 here. The Jets were just an embarrassment last week. They have Joe Flacco starting this week. I guess Mike White isn't ready. I got to go with the Dolphins here. I mean, there's a reason why Flacco's starting. Come on. Just take him. Good coaching. What do you say?
I kind of agree with this one, but because I mean, Miami did look good, but I have no idea. But I'm going with Flacco. Hey, listen, Super Bowl champion. I don't know what it is, but there's just something about this that's telling me to take the Jets, and I don't know why. Michael Carter's playing awesome. I can see him just dumping it off like 7 or 8 times to him. Ty Johnson just catching like 4 or 5 balls and just dumping it off to the running backs and just having a day. I like the Jets here. I think that they're actually going to win this game.
All right. Let's see what our incredible audience has to say here. Jets are abysmal. We'll take Miami. I agree with you. Got to think the Fins win this by 5 or more, right? I'm thinking at least 10.
I think a lot of people are thinking that, and that's why I'm going opposite here because there's just something. And Flacco, by the way, if he plays it's 50% of snaps in 3 or 4 games, the Eagles will get a higher pick too.
That'll be fantastic. They get a fifth rounder, I believe. Next game is the Washington football team at the Carolina Panthers, 1 p.m. Bank of America Stadium. Ron Rivera going back to his old stomping grounds to take on the Panthers with newly signed Cam Newton. I don't know how there's any way possible you can take any other team other than the football team here. You got Ron Rivera going back to take on the team that unceremoniously dumped him, and they're bringing back Cam Newton, their quarterback back. Let me ask the audience a question, see if you guys know this answer. Name the quarterback who led a team to the Super Bowl, who left the team only to come back later in the career. Can you guys do that? Anybody else? I'll give you the end of this pick to come up with the answer in the chat. But my answer for this one, who I'm taking the football team on the money line at plus 145. They're a low dog. Had a victory last week, a big victory against the Buccaneers. I can see that momentum continuing. I'm taking the football team outright. Who do you like, Mike?
So this whole entire week, I was taking Washington, and there was nothing changing my mind. I was taking Washington. And today, I'm going with Carolina, and I'm laying the points too. I just think this is going to be it's going to be a big return. Cam's back in Carolina, and I'm going with that narrative. Like Cam's back in Carolina. I think I'm going with that narrative, and I'm just taking it here -3. I think they win this by 5 or 6. I think it's closer than people think, but that's the reason why I'm going. McCaffrey's back. I mean, he barely played last week because they were up so big. So I think they're going to utilize him, and I think they're back. He's a PPR kind of guy.
Isn't Ty Johnson on the Buccaneers?
No. Tyler, he's the receiver, but Ty Johnson is the running back for the.
His post-game clothing is fantastic. It's bright, colorful. Why are you asking? It's only 2 people who are listening and know the answer to that. Caruso got this one. I asked him today. That's nice.
Wow.
Well, there's another person in here. There's 3 viewers right now. So if anybody else knows the answer, please feel free to chime in. I don't even know what the hell this means, man. Whatever. I don't get that joke.
I have no idea. I don't see anything.
All right, next game is the Detroit Lions at the Cleveland Browns, coming from you live from First Energy Stadium. There will be some light rain, so a little bit of minor weather in this game. The Browns were embarrassed by the Patriots last week. I mean, there's nothing else you can say about that shellacking that they took. They're dealing with some injuries. The Lions, I think if they were going to win a game, the game that they were going to win should have been last week. They couldn't pull it out. They got a tie. So, I mean, I think that the Browns are going to show that they're for real here and that they're going to still stick around as a good team. I'm taking the Browns -12, laying the points. They are home. They're playing a garbage team like the Lions. There's nothing else you could take here. I think you got to go with the Browns. What do you think, Mike?
I think that's completely funny because this is my hot dog of the week. I think that the Lions are actually going to win this game. There's no positive for me taking them straight up in this game with the plus 12. So give me the points here. And I think this is a lock it in here. I do think that they cover this game. I think the Browns are pretty beat up. I know that Goff might not play, and I quite frankly really don't care. I think that I don't know what it is, but they tied last week and they're going to win a game. They're going to win a game. And I think it's this week.
All right. Well, let's go to the audience. I got this thing in the way on my screen here. Get out of here.
Okay. I see nothing.
No, it's on my screen.
It's like I see nothing.
Browns are going to give them a beating. Browns biggie here. Lions would lose to 4 or 5 SEC teams. And Bob fixed his grammar. Good.
They're against me.
Next game is the game of the week for us. The New Orleans Saints taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Coming to you live back in Philly. This is a game I actually want to go to because I never actually saw the Saints live in person. The Eagles find themselves as the favorite here. The Saints bringing in a combination of Trevor Siemian and Taysom Hill as their quarterbacks. And I mean, their offense is very much lacking from what you've seen in prior seasons. They still have a pretty good defense. The Eagles are starting to get things together. They're starting to get on the right track. So with that being said, I'm taking the Eagles minus 2.5. I think that's less than a field goal. It's almost nearly a pick 'em here. The Eagles are home. They're on a roll. They have a cake schedule last the end of the season. They very well are probably going to be favored in every game except for the Cowboys game until the end of the season. After they get through the Saints here, they could be a 7th seed into the playoffs. They could be getting the Dolphins pick, which could be a top 5 pick. They're going to be getting the Colts pick if Carson Wentz keeps playing. Things are looking good for the Eagles. Take the Eagles minus 2.5. What do you think?
Saints are better than people think. Sean Payton, really good coach. Saints win this game straight up. I just don't, listen, Kamara out. It causes a wrinkle a little bit, but, Ingram's there. I just think they're going to be able to dink and dunk their way home. I think that they're going to be able to, do a pretty good job. I think that Simeon's, I think they'll have a good game plan for him. Taysom Hill plays, they'll have a good thing here. I just think it's going to struggle. I think it's going to be a low score, but I'm taking the Saints here.
All right. Yeah, probably could have been more spam.
The hamster wheel's back.
No, that's just me. That's just the noise in my throat.
Well, that's what it was all last week.
That means Eagles will lose. Eagles wearing all black. This is the game the Birds should win, so they won't. Saints 21-17. Hope not, but all right. So next game is the Cincinnati Bengals on the 4 o'clock games, taking on the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium inside of the Dome. The Raiders have had some horrible issues off the field. They have their interim coach there, able to win a few games there with that interim label, and then the awful situation with Henry Ruggs happens. And I don't know what you can say. I mean, the Bengals have also been looking pretty bad. They've got off to a great start this season. They had some upsets to the Jets, and they just haven't been looking like the same team. They're coming off a bye here. So the Raiders coming off of a big defeat last week over the Chiefs. Did you see that awful fumble by Deshaun Jackson? That was freaking terrible.
He did. He's going backwards. Losing the ball. That just basically ruined the whole momentum of the game. I think the Bengals are the better team here. I'm taking them minus 1.5. What do you think? I'm going to continue with what I said last week. The Bengals are overrated. And if you look at the schedule for the Raiders, they can't lose this game. I think coming up again, they have the Chiefs again. And if you look at this, they have the Bucks. Like, if you look at the schedule, they can't lose this game. If they lose this game, they're going to lose the next 2 or 3, which means that's 4. They're done. They can't. They have to look at this game right now. This is their big game. This is their season. They win this game. I think they win by 5 or 6 here. I'm taking them straight up.
As a low underdog?
Yeah, I just think they have to win this game. They have to look. They are looking at the schedule and they're like, oh boy, like if we lose this game, we might as well just be done the rest of the year. So I don't think that happens. I still think Cincy's an overrated team. Give me the Raiders.
Oh, there's Bob back. I didn't realize the Eagles were wearing their all black jerseys. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Very close game, but I think the Bengals pull it out. Random question. Who would you rather have as your QB, Baker Mayfield or Derek Carr? Good question. I actually think I would pick Derek Carr. Who do you think?
Is this a fantasy or like a real life like quarterback? Like I would like to coach them.
What do you say, Bob?
Because that would factor in. I would probably, if it's fantasy, I'd probably like Baker. No, you know what? No, I'd like Carr. I actually like Derek Carr. I think he can actually win.
You know, the funny thing about Baker is that Baker and Derek Carr, Baker brought the team to some sort of playoff success last year. I think Derek Carr there's situations when he got injured in 2016. Like that was a rough injury when the team was the wild card team. They had a really great record that season. They really haven't been able to bounce back since then. But I mean, Derek Carr is the better fantasy quarterback. It's just he doesn't get the wins, and Baker is the better quarterback to get the wins. Doesn't really do great in fantasy.
Yeah, I think the problem with them both is they're just both very inconsistent. But I think if they're both on their game, I would take Carr any day because I think if Derek Carr is on his game, if you look at like he was MVP caliber that 1 year, like he can do it if he's on his game. If he plays his game for 16, 17 games, he's really good.
All right.
And he throws a nice deep ball.
Audience. Did he ever win anything, or did I miss something? I'm not talking about championships. I'm talking about winning actual football games and getting into the playoffs. All right. Next game is the Dallas Cowboys at the Kansas City Chiefs, coming to you live from loud and crazy Arrowhead Stadium at 4:25. This is probably most people's game of the week, and when you look at it, I think a lot of people are going to be picking the Chiefs because I think that the Chiefs are going to be the team that is bouncing back, a team that people left for dead, I think, after week 4 or 5. But the Cowboys all around are a better team. The Chiefs have a very bad defense, and I think the Cowboys can keep up with the Chiefs offense, and I think they're going to pull it out in the end. I'm taking the Chiefs on the money line as a low underdog, pulling out the upset. What do you think?
Yeah, so I think, people are looking at it, and like I said, I think the Chiefs have this one all over it. I do think Dallas is good. I think their defense has taken a step back. They've been battling injuries as well. I think the Chiefs, they're kind of moving. Mahomes looked good last week. He can look good at any given time and get everybody here, So I just think, and the Chiefs defense has looked a little bit better, but I do think I think a lot of people are going with the over here, and it's still at 55. So people are still taking the over in this, and I could see this game going to like a 41-36, something like that. But I actually, 2.5 Chiefs laying it at home. I'll take that.
All right, so let's see what these fellas have to say in the audience. I really think the Cowboys win this one. I hope not. Cowboys win 34-27. Who's owned the Chiefs? I don't get what's going on right here with this capital letters here. All right, let's go on to our next football game. What do you think, Mike?
Which one?
Our next game is the Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle Seahawks, coming to you live from Lumen Field in Seattle, Washington. Some people say like Washington. The weather will be 46 degrees Fahrenheit, mostly cloudy. The Seattle Seahawks have Russell Wilson back, but they also had him back last week. They didn't look very good. Arizona Cardinals are getting back Kyler Murray. So there's only – what do you mean?
I don't think he plays. I don't think he plays.
He has to play. They need him to play.
They have a bye week next week. Why would you risk it? I don't think he plays.
You know why you want to risk it?
I understand that.
To get the biscuit.
Hey.
Plus, they have to win. They have to be able to keep ahead of the Rams. This is a big football game for them. They have to win this one. They're going to Seattle, and they're playing a divisional opponent. I think you got to play Kyler Murray in this because they got to win this one. So I'm taking the Cardinals -1.5, and I'll even take -1.5 if Colt McCoy starts. Your boy from Texas. What do you think?
He's hurt too. He's playing though.
Yeah.
But
Mike, you're up.
Oh yeah, no. So I was like, yeah, he's hurt too. I don't think Murray plays. I don't think he plays at all. Hopkins is definitely out. Edmonds is out. I don't think he plays. Like I said, I mean, Wilson played a bad game last week. He's not going to play 2 in a row. I think I said this early on. I was like, Seattle doesn't lose 2 in a row. They're not going to lose this one. They're at home. Take Seattle. Costello pick. Go with it. It's happening.
Let's see what these clowns have to say in the chat.
Okay. That makes sense. That's a good movie. It makes sense.
Paul Newman's biggest fan is Bob.
It's been when's the last time you've watched that movie?
Bob's probably watched it last week.
It was probably like 15 years for me.
Charlestown Chiefs. No Murray. Take the under. Texas lost to Kansas. That was freaking awful. That was freaking terrible.
Yeah, they're not. They're 4-5. They're not good.
I don't trust Seattle like a fart after Taco Bell. I freaking love Taco Bell. There was a question on the internet that said, if you could have any type of food for the rest of your life, would you rather have authentic Mexican food, Chipotle, or Taco Bell? I would pick Taco Bell. I love Taco Bell.
I don't think I've gone there in about 10 to 15 years either.
I know you don't like Taco Bell. 3 weeks ago was the last time we saw the movie.
Wow.
You're big. I remember watching that over his house.
I think that's where I watched it like 10 to 15 years ago, was at his house.
All right. Next game is the Pittsburgh Steelers at Los Angeles Chargers. I was kind of shaking my head when I saw the Chargers are 5-4. I thought they had a better record than that. But
they started strong and they have not been finishing.
They are 5-4. The Steelers 5-3-1. They kind of made an embarrassment of themselves last week. They should have won that game against the Lions. Actually, the Lions probably should have beat them. If it wasn't for the stadium being one of the hardest stadiums to kick at and a jabroni kicker the Lions had, if that was Matt Prater, that game would have been over. That being said, we were playing in prime time. You got a football coach named Brandon Staley who wants to make a big impact on this team. Want the Chargers get a big win here. I'm taking them -5.5 in prime time at SoFi Stadium under that home crowd. They're going to sell it out. There's going to be a big. I'm getting excited here, Mike. I'm getting fired up.
I can see that.
Should be fun. What do you think?
It sounds like you've just expressed a video game. Yeah, I think the odds are kind of stacked against the Steelers a little bit here. I mean, if you look at it, I think TJ Watt's out, Minka Fitzpatrick's out. I don't know. I mean, Big Ben might be out. I really don't know. It looks like there's a lot of injuries going on in Pittsburgh right now, and things kind of look down and out. And that's when I take Mike Tomlin. Give me Pittsburgh. Give me the points. I'm going with it.
I mean, just listed off a bunch of reasons why you shouldn't take the Steelers. Why would you do that?
Because Mike Tomlin will have them ready, and I just think that there's just something there. I think that it's going to be Najee Harris. He's going to run the ball. Chargers really, struggle against running the ball. So I think if they can, establish the ground game there. I think they do it and keep this game close. And the Chargers don't seem to be able to put teams away, and that's why I like this 5.5. So maybe they lose by a field goal, but I'll take it.
Is TJ Watt out?
I don't think he's playing.
Yeah. Well, maybe the team will get it up from
It'll be a game time decision, yeah.
Oh, look at this. Bob doesn't like Taco Bell.
I will say that I liked it when I ate it. I just never really go there, but I actually did like it.
Totally not so in the Chargers, but I think they get a W here. Loser of this game might miss playoffs in AFC. Also, this is going to be a home game for the Steelers because those injuries like AA love to inside joke. Those mules are kicking in, Joe. I just had one, guys. Come on.
Did you have one for dinner?
No.
Oh.
I celebrated we had a family member down here celebrating their birthday.
There you go.
It's the last game.
Is it? Wow, went fast.
Monday Night Football. The New York Giants at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 8:15 p.m. Raymond James Stadium, Tampa, Florida. 67 degrees, partly cloudy. Buccaneers got embarrassed last week to the football team. They're playing an awful NFC East team in the New York Giants, who have been ravaged by injuries, have a garbage offensive line. People think that the Giants should be better than they are. The fact that they're laying 10.5 points makes you think the Buccaneers are going to hit the Giants hard, score a lot of points. Antonio Brown, fake vaccination card. He may be out of this game. Maybe suspended. I don't care. I'm taking the Buccaneers laying 10.5. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that too, but here's my thought for all of this. I am thinking I do like that. I was going to lay the points here with the Bucs. I'm taking the over here, and here's why. I think there's going to be a lot of points scored. I can see this game being 30-20, 30-21, 31-21, something like that. I do think it hits over the 49.5. I haven't taken an over-under, so I figured I would at least do one of them. But there's one thing that I can tell you about this. It's prime time. It's Daniel Jones. He will have a rushing touchdown, maybe the first one. He will rush for over 20.5 rush yards. There you go.
Costello pick?
Yeah. I mean, he does it every time. When there's a primetime game, if Carson Wentz is on the primetime ticket, always have him score a touchdown, because for Sunday nights and Monday nights, for some reason, he always rushes in a touchdown. And the last time he played, he got tackled at the 1 yard line twice. So there's just one thing. So I just think Daniel Jones, I think he's going to go over rushing, and I think he's going to rush for a touchdown.
Daniel Jones is going to get a wide breakaway run, and he's going to fall on his arse. And
that was a one-time thing.
That was a one-time thing. We'll see.
We'll see. I mean, hey, if so, then he hit the over, so I'll take that. But I would like the first rushing touchdown. So
here we go. Here comes the hammer. I remember my first drink. Mark Hammer, I got to give you something in Allen Fantasy. Bigger mistake, Boeing showing a fake or snake. That's pretty good one. Someone get in touch with Billy, tell him to respond. I'll ask him. He's busy. My team is a downward spiral. FanDuel kicked my ass with the Falcons sucking. Yeah, me too.
I hit that one yesterday. I had both of them. They're not good.
FanDuel may have kicked your butt, but at least you don't have people online freaking giving you comments like I do on TikTok.
You got to win, man. You got to win. It's a tough field.
I'm going to read my freaking awful comments today so you people can hear them online here on this. Let's see what we got here.
Should have listened to me. I had the Pats laying it and the under. Yeah. And the under with Pitts receiving yards.
Every pick Thursday is going to lose. It's against – this guy was nice. Never mind. 0-4 on the top ticket. Great picks, idiot. And get a new gig, clown.
Hey. Happens, man, you know?
But
I will say that it has been frustrating because none of us have hit the mega yet, and that's a little shocking. We've gone 11 weeks now without that, so we'll need to find out
what these clowns have to say right now, because my Costello pick today was take the Southern Mississippi plus 15 against Louisiana Tech, and that's looking pretty good right now. So there's nothing that would make me more happier than to make a parlay. To tell this motherfucker language. Tell this guy to suck it when I show him how to make a
Who cares? Who cares?
Well, I want to show the people who I am. I want people to respect me.
Then you need to win. That's the only way you earn respect in this.
You want to show respect? You want to know what you losers are probably like? Oh, I don't like the taste of that. Well, look at this shit.
Okay.
Can you read that to the audience?
No, I won't.
It says
not my job.
Seltzer. Nog. Hard seltzer.
All right, let's go. I don't really care. You're wasting my time here. Come on. We're talking football here. This is football talk.
You would never drink something like this.
I would.
You would never drink the Nog. You'd probably be like, oh, it's gross. Who cares? Same thing I say about this show every week. Tell them you guys lost your only gun. What is that supposed to mean? I bet you're fun at parties, Mike.
I'm done. What am I going to do? I go to bed now at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. You know, it's just past my bedtime.
Well, you know what it's time for? It's time for
Hot Dog of the Week.
It's the hot dog of the week. Now, I don't say dog. I'm trying to sound like more of a middle American, so I'm going to say hot dog.
I don't even know what I had.
First on your hot dog. Mike.
What's up?
Pick your hot dog.
Who did you take?
I'm telling you go first.
Oh, I'm like torn. So I was looking at this, and like usually you always criticize me for not taking the underdogs, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I think I took like 4 or 5 this week. So I'm like,
congratulations.
I know I'm struggling to which one to take. I mean, I guess I'm gonna take. I mean, I'm gonna take the Raiders here, but I really do. I really think that Detroit wins this week.
You remember we're on video, Mike, so people are going to be able to hear you. Remember you saying that next week.
I think that they're going to win. I think that the Lions are going to win.
I think that we should put some stakes in this show. And at the end of the year, whoever wins, the loser has to take a hot chip challenge. What do you think of that?
I'm fine with that.
How about eating raw sushi? Would you do that?
No.
I'll eat the hot chip. You do the raw sushi.
Okay. No, I'm not doing that. I would decline.
You're wasting his time and wants to play the PGA Tour.
I haven't played that in a couple of days. I might be a little rusty.
Cooler party animal, Costello, or Dirt? Dirt. Who is Dirt the one who ate all the chicken fingers or whatever?
No, it's the Mozzie sticks, and we still don't know to this day.
He just rests like a shark. He doesn't sleep when he goes to the casino either.
There's no sleeping when that happens.
Mark Hammer, Ox. It's pronounced Dirte. We will be ill with Ox at the reunion, kid. Loser chooses hot chip or hot lunch.
Huh.
I know which one you're going to take on that one.
What am I thinking now?
All right. It's time, Mike.
We have to hit one of these. I'm kind of rooting for you, too. I don't know what you have here, so let's see what you think.
Well, that's nice of you.
Yeah, we need to.
Well, it's mega parlay time, folks. And
this is for the fans. So we're trying to help them.
Ravens Bears over 44.5. Bengals. You ever hear people say Bengals like Bengals? I hate that.
Sometimes, yeah.
-1.5. Cowboys +115. Chargers -1.5. That'll get you 14.64. Now, Mike, you didn't give me the freaking number here, but you got like the Raiders, the Lions, the Panthers, and the Bills. I'll look it up later.
Oh, my bad.
Just text it to me. It's fine.
It was like 1284 or something like that. Yeah, I like the Raiders here. Like I said, straight up, I like the Lions laying the points because I really think that they're going to win. But I wasn't gutsy enough to put this on the mega one, so I had to hold off a little bit. That love the Panthers laying 3 and love the Bills laying 7.
Let's go to the audience.
Yeah, I did well last week after the 4:00 games, but we got to get better.
I think
last year I had a good year. This year I'm not doing as well. So
I think he's talking about my picks, not yours. Yours, yeah, you did pretty good last week. I should have came up with the score, but I didn't. I'll come up with the scores over the weekend.
It's fine. I think I know usually what I do, but.
Good luck on Turkey Day, Hammer. So, Hammer, you're on a live show. What's the line for next week? Hammer, Costello picks will bankrupt you.
That's actually false because I mean I'm probably like 50% this year, but last year you would have been doing very well, so it would have balanced out.
We will need it. Come on, Mark, give us a line. And what's the line next week against Hamilton West? Spartans +7.5. Are you?
Yeah, I would have said 7.5 to 10.
What you want to bet on that this right now, Mike?
No, I really don't know yet. I'd have to. I don't really know much about it. I'll have to see what happens Wednesday.
Wednesday is a bonus day. You know what we should do? We should include that with the lip picks and give it like double points or something. 20.5.
Yeah, I mean it's I would think. I don't even know.
Are you going to go to the game?
Bob doesn't want to.
He doesn't. Why not?
No, he doesn't want to.
Students, you should go cheer them on.
He doesn't want to.
They're your students too. Are you going?
I know. Yep.
Are you going to go to Bill's Old Tavern beforehand?
Is it open? I don't even know. I can't go there anymore. I would have to go to the other place now. Yeah, I don't even know.
What happened to Bill's Old Tavern?
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's where they still go.
I like Bill's Old Tavern. I'm going to go there again.
I've been there in a long time either. We played darts. That was where we played darts, right?
Yeah, you play darts. Yeah. There's also a thing where like.
Oh no! Wait.
Taverns. I'm an idiot. I'm at the Nottingham Tavern.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's what
That's what I was
I'm
confused
sorry,
about that. Okay.
I'm sorry, folks. What's the game where like the shuttleboard thing where you put the
Yeah, the shuffleboard. Yep. With the
shuffleboard,
sand on there and it's like the little, yeah.
That's so cool.
Yep. That was a fun one. That's what I thought. I haven't played darts in a while.
The knot is like down the street from my mom's house. Did I ever tell you guys a story? There was once a time where a girl, I think that I was on a date back like 10 years ago. I think a girl's car broke down or some shit, or my car might have broke down. We went to the knot after the date, and I didn't get a second date, so didn't work out good. I wouldn't have my lovely wife and child, and never. So it was all meant to be. I have some nice teeth. The knot is smaller than a basement bar. I wouldn't say that. Who left?
I don't know. My battery is going, so I'm going to either lose quick.
Are you going to stay there or head
keep like holding it in and have to get a new one? Yeah, it's making you hear the beeping sound?
I hear the beeping sound.
Yeah, that's my computer basically telling me it's going to be shutting down.
Well, I'm just going to play you all out right now. I'm not drunk, Mike. I'm just going to sing the song. Friday night's a great night for football.
All right, this is not working.
Tight ends ready to do it. Friday night's a great night for football. What's wrong with your computer, man?
It's gonna go because it's 0%, and I'm trying to hold in the.
Oh my God, he's going to crash land on another planet.
I'm trying to hold it in, and it keeps falling out, and it's gonna lose it soon.
Put your fingers up. Tell the fans, Mike.
Stay lit.
Stay lit. Goodbye. Have fun. Happy football. Have a happy weekend. Thank you for watching. We love you. Like and subscribe. At Joe is very lit on Twitter. At Joe is very lit on Instagram. At Joe is very lit on whatever it's called, TikTok. Have a great day. Love you. Bye. And bro.